It's Addict22. What's up? Hey guys. Should have done that intro better. But here is a collection of the hobby you didn't know I had. I decided to do this video for no apparent reason. I'm actually kind of tired, and I don't even know why I'm doing this. But if you haven't noticed what I've been doing, I'm a Lego builder. The obsession started back out with this little sucker. I rebuilt this thing 16 times, pretty much. I rebuilt it like all the time. I've always been into engineering. I mean, literally like my whole life I've done this crap. Like these are probably like maybe a 9+ set that it's one of those tri-sets. And I think my obsession actually started out with the Lego Bionicle series, which is, I think, discontinued. And my grandmother, who I love dearly, would buy us sets like these simple little things. They're probably like maybe 7+. Buy them like pretty regularly. I eventually moved on to bigger stuff, but of course, starting out at probably like age 8, this is what I did. Maybe 500-piece maximum sets. That's for later. That's for later. That's big. That's a big one. That's for later. It wasn't until later that I started getting into the bigger manuals. So I'm gonna try and see if I can find all of my manuals. Oh, here's one. You can tell this thing's tattered. This thing was in my room. I kept my Lego sets in my room for a really long time, which was just about the worst decision my parents ever made. I was up till, mind you, my bedtime was 7 o'clock when I was a little kid. It's maybe 6, 7, or 8. Being up till 10 o'clock. And if you hear that banging upstairs, that's actually my little sister. She's making something with clay. Again, I did a lot of the kitty sets up until I discovered what creator sets were. I made these 3 sets. They're very old. Probably some of my oldest. And my sister started getting them fun, so she got some of the more Lego Junior sets. And the obsession sort of carried on from there. I went a couple of years without really doing anything Lego related. I did these. My local toy store had a competition where you can do your own like original Lego thing. I had a lot of Lego Minecraft sets. So a lot of the blocks, they're all scattered all over this part of my space. And this space, that's a bunch of rebuilds that my sister did. And all over this, but we'll get into what that is later. Got some more here. About a half assembled set. And then I think that's left, the shell of the old one is down here. Which manual is this? It's the actual manual for it. Okay, good. I built a lot. I used to build a lot. As a little kid, I built a lot. Like, I did all these little creator sets. The more tattered one of my things are, the more I used it. These pieces we still use a lot. Like half of these sets have been deassembled and reused. They're all miscellaneous in miscellaneous areas now. We don't even know where they are. This, another one of the sets my sister built. It was I think our first multi-manual set. Because when I think I was about 8 when I did this. This is my first 1,000-piece set. Was this. It's very simple, but I liked it. It was really fun, actually. I think it was an 1,000-piece. It sure doesn't look it from this manual, but it took a while. Because every one of those little archways was kind of really detailed. Might have been 500. It's probably on the scale from 500 to 900. That's where that blue track's from, actually. I built this one. It was basically one of the creator sets that had, like, it was exchangeable and everything. It was a Minecraft set. It came with 5 manuals, but you didn't need each one. They were just variants. I did more of the creator, like, treehouse set. Got this. Actually, that Minecraft set still has a couple remnants back there. We took it apart for the mostly. We took it apart. I built some of these, the Bionicle ones, a lot at my grandparents' house, but they were small. I also did this one in my room when I was pretty young. Oh my god, sleepless nights were a thing for me. They were like really fun for me for some reason. I wanted to stay up late, and I was never tired in the mornings. I had the most energy that a kid might need to have. Probably, again, about 8 when I started doing this. Now let's put all of the sets and manuals back in their rightful location, where they will probably never be looked at again. Because I like to be organized with my Lego sets, unlike with the rest of my house, like my room. My room is a mess at all times of the day. And then 20, I think I built it 3 years ago, so 2017 or 2016 came. And with that coming, this, my first Expert 16 Plus set. I think this was gifted to me by my uncle. This was 16 plus, and it was 2,000 pieces. All one manual set. I ended up completing this set 6 times. Taking apart, reassembling, taking apart, reassembling. 6 times. I was on the 7th before I gave up. It's got like the wheels, but the spokes aren't properly attached. And it's got the base here, but all the pieces have gotten mixed up since. Like, that's where these cars are from. This is from, I think, the ride set. This is from some of the junior sets. This is an assorted amount of pieces from I don't even know what. Some of these are really old Legos, like from my grandparents' house, because after my grandfather died, he had such a collection of, like, the old Legos that we decided to take them home. Then came the biggest year. After, I think, 2 years, maybe 1 year. I think this was this is last year's, actually. I got 3 sets, all 2,000 plus. Oh my god. How much that cost? I don't want to know. I am currently in possession. Mind you, the statistics on this are a little nuts. I've completed the 3rd largest ever manufactured Lego set. I'll show you what that looks like later. This was the carousel set, which it's got a shell of it over there. I tried rebuilding it, didn't really want to. There's a shell of it back there. The roller coaster set, which was 4,000 pieces. And it's actually functioning. You wouldn't expect most of this to be functioning, but there was a lot of Lego wiring. Each one of these little chain pieces had to be built individually. So it was about 20 minutes of me snapping the thing. And if you want to see it go, I'll have it go for you. There's a small crank here that you turn. Oh, and this thing was hand built, so this whole thing. This took me about 48 hours work. Or maybe this was, I think this is the one that took me 36. This one had a lot of wiring, so this was probably about 24 for 2,000 pieces. I don't know how much time this took, because I wasn't really counting it as much as I do now. The current set I'm on, 2nd largest ever manufactured. My dream is to do the 1st, but that is $800 currently. It's extremely expensive. It's 8,000 pieces, but this was 4,000, and this took me a while because of the wiring. I had broken something up here in this little wiring joint thing, which is the entire reason it moves. And it does that, usually by gravity, sometimes not by gravity, sometimes I have to shove it. And I really enjoyed building this one. That took me, I think, the longest out of all 3 sets. Then I did one that wasn't mechanic. This was the largest set I'd done to that day. This is about 5,900 pieces. Taj Mahal, which is currently up for display in my living room. Let's go upstairs. I'm getting back a cramp. This is also where I started learning what Lego neck was when you're staring down at the table for too long. Oh, and by the way, that table is actually not mine. It's my grandfather's, and those chairs are his, so that table hurt to work at. So after Christmas, I kept the tablecloth on, and I started building. That is going to be our last one for the showcase. I'm keeping you guys on the floor so I don't say anything too personal. This was the set. People who come into my living room always ask me, were you the one who did that? I'm the one who did that. It's big. I like it. I think it took me another 24 hours work. Maybe 48. I think this might actually have been the 36. Whatever it was, I listened to a lot of music, so music usually gets me through my day. And then here we have it. A showcase. This giant thing. Not done yet. 6,020 pieces. This giant sucker. This was one of my Christmas presents this year. It's big. There we go. There's the hobby that you didn't know I had. Got the giant thing. This almost touches my chandelier. You see it almost touches the chandelier. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Bye.